Get some news from you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
in the bank like old school, man. That means 40 years in Ampang.
Oh,
So-
2 years in
2
the
years
old
in
school.
the old, very old school.
Before Madam Ju and yourself, who was?
Before was the
What
mother
kind of-
run. The mother, the parents.
Oh, the parents did it.
Yes. Before was the parents. I think.
The parents supplied food.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And then we started.
Then they had a contract with you.
So what kind of food did you prepare in the old days? Do you remember the canteen food?
Oh, yeah, we here start with popcorn. Burger is a popular, hot dogs, and then slowly on spaghetti, right? Cheese spaghetti, and fried chicken. That time was very
Donut?
Donuts. Slowly on that, and then slowly cinnamon.
No cinnamon roll?
No, not so early.
Oh,
Cinnamon roll is ang pao.
Yes, yeah. You know, last time in the old school, we used to sell the soda drink, Coca-Cola.
yeah.
Open the glass bottle, point the plastic bag, take a straw, and then they buy like this.
Yeah.
And then most popular is the ice cream, popsicle. The other stuff, their snack.
And then how long were you in Ampang? I think Mrs. Tate remembered. Mrs.
Yes,
Tate
Mrs.
remembered
Tate.
kind of like helping you all in Ampang.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Mrs. Tate and there's one parent like
Raymond Tate's mom.
yeah, Raymond Tate. She can remember. No, it's a very hard time all the time. When she go run up thing, the mother say, I want to teach you spaghetti. Then she had to walk down to the center market. Remember last time the center market, KL. And then she buy the things, carry the things.
She had to walk all the way to the wet market, the cold storage, because the parents wanted her to cook spaghetti. And
The parents are very nice.
and she didn't know how to cook spaghetti, so they taught her
So
how
the
to cook
parents teach
spaghetti.
her spaghetti,
Yeah.
and then the burger.
Taught her how to make American
That's
burgers.
yes, and the fried chicken. Fried chicken, I think is
American style.
Mrs. Tate teach.
Mrs. Tate.
Yes.
Someone Mrs. Tate.
Yeah, almost all the things like lasagna.
So Mrs. Tate taught her
Yes,
a lot of dishes.
A lot of dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they moved to Ampang, of course,
Yeah, slowly.
for a very long time and many years, and you just now left us.
And we learn a lot of things from the parents. They give some advice.
Old Istana was something else.
You started there.
Yes, I started there,
But you're wonderful
but
students.
yeah, I
They
started.
remember you.
They do. And then moved this side, but I liked teaching the AP classes, They would come, they would cheat. I give them 5.
Look at the camera.
I'm looking at the camera. I give them 5
Doesn't
things,
matter.
5 and say, okay, I have 5 papers, you have to do this for the week. And every time they come back, they know, they give me the thing and they say, all of them can know, they know it. So I was thinking, are they learning, are they copying from one, So I said, okay, in future, I'll give you the 5 questions, but I'll pick one and you'll give it to me as a test. Then they had to know how to do it, because they have to learn how to do it instead of just copying one person does it. So they say, oh no, Mrs. I said, no. And so they studied harder because they didn't know which question I was going to give them. And another thing they used to do is, they give me their answers, something here and then an arrow coming, something there and an arrow going here, there. I told them I get a headache when you all give this kind of thing. So one day what I did, they needed an answer person. I went to the board, I did the same thing. this one here, and then I put an arrow over there, and then area. I told them, you want an explanation? Is here. Try and do it. Oh no, you know. So I said, this is what you're giving me. So in future, then I had another one on the other side of the board where I wrote out everything well, neatly, you know. I said, now just compare the two. You see, you give me this kind of thing. Even when you send your answers to the state, they are not going to go around and get a headache, you know. You have to put everything neatly, and then they did that.
That's
So
great.
after that, they give everything in order so that I can read it. And their homework. Did you do your homework? I said, did you do the homework? I said, I have ESP. You tell me when you don't do your homework. Then I'll just give you half points instead of 0. Then I say, oh, I see something on this side. Did you do your homework? No, Mrs. Kailas, I didn't do. So I said, whenever you have a lot of homework and you're not going to do the homework, come and tell me. I'll give you another day, but don't do this. So every time I asked, so the students went and asked him, how is Mrs. Kailas finding out who does the homework? So then he came and asked me what. I said, no, I just know, you know. So he told them, I don't know how she's finding it out.
I really enjoyed the badminton club we maintained for some time. Esther was the secretary and myself was the president. And we had a couple of board directors and Sally and Razak. That was a good time we really had. Every weekend we you know, and most of us are dragons in the club. I can remember that. That really enjoyed the time.
We had it was very different. Like I knew every student there. I knew their names. I remember. I mean, that time when we were much
There were only
younger.
50 students.
Yeah, and I remember all the phone numbers. You know, I remember the numbers. I remember the names. And then the year 12 and 11, they were doing it by the University of Nebraska correspondence course. So every day I have to send their assignment, you know, in the mail to the university. And they didn't have a proper classroom.
No, that's because there was no high school yet,
Right.
right? No high school.
Yeah. So I had this girl, the Ishi, you remember the family,
Oh,
the Ishi family, the
that's right.
girls?
John and
Yeah.
Toby.
So Debbie, I think Debbie is the eldest daughter. She used to come to the office to help me. And then when I had my first child, Hao Yin, you know, and who was my substitute? Well, one of the Ishi girls. And so for her, because she's year 12, you know, and she doesn't have a full classroom schedule. So I was away for a month. So she answered the phone for me, and then the kids were all we had a very, you know, close relationship with everybody. The mother would come in, they would stand at we had this big counter, remember, with the swinging door. And then we would chat, and it's so nice. Then one day, you were asking about Kevin?
No, just wondering if you remembered Kevin Healy. Sometimes I wonder what happened to some of these people that we work with. But they're older than we are, I think. Because I think Kevin was quite a bit older than I was, and that's when I first started at ISKL.
What did he teach?
Taught 6th grade. And then we went to that open classroom, and he taught one of the.
Oh, when you changed a couple of them in one grade, isn't it?
No, they put. I'm trying to remember.
What about the combination grade levels, 2, 3?
Yeah, they had the downstairs section was all open,
Yeah.
so that was grades 4, 5, 6, if I'm not mistaken.
There were a couple of.
And then the upstairs was
Upper
self-contained.
UET.
No.
Yeah.
What was
It
that?
wasn't called that at that time. Okay. That old building downtown there, the whole downstairs they opened up
Yeah.
and they put one half of the grades, 4, 5, 6 in there.
Yeah.
And the upstairs are left as single classrooms, one grade 4, one grade 5, and one grade 6. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. I remember they took over, Joanne was staying there.
Yeah, Joanne, that's before
Did you know
that.
that? You didn't know that?
Joanne was living in there.
And Sarah was born, she was born in a way,
Really?
staying there when she was a baby.
And there was a room? for
Yeah,
her?
it's like an apartment. And she was staying there and it's like all in the family. We didn't know what's all going on. But I think it's well worth it. Because even after I left, everybody said, "Oh, Dixie, you SKL, you know." I mean, it's so nice to hear that, you know. When they say, "Oh, SKL," you know, that you don't know what it means, but I think it's nice, you know. Whatever they didn't say anything.
I meet some Japanese parents, and when they find out that I'm from ISKL, they bow.
Yeah.
They actually bow. You know, they're so excited to meet somebody from ISKL. And I'm like, But I guess our school is held in very high regard.
Yes.
And not only that, I just, like you know, we've been there for so long. And we just love ISKL.
Yeah.
You know, still love ISKL.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and the students and the administrators.
I want to say something about Bob Gore.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, when Bob first came to ISKL, it was his first overseas assignment.
Really?
And I think that was quite an experience for him. But as you know, Bob Gore is fairly, you know, if you do not know him, he's come across very strict. So, you know, after I think he was with us for quite a while. Then when he before he left, he asked me his question. He was very worried. That time we were great friends, and you know, we were always going out together. Weekend we come, you know, go to Port Clang for food and all that. We built a very close, good relationship. And he was like more relaxed then, and he was more into the job. And then we built the school, you know, this campus together, and there's so much thing. But at the end of the day, when he left, then they want to look for someone who is more people-oriented. Then it comes in Gail Shepard. You know, they had to look for something like opposite because they felt Bob Gore is very strict, and so they have to look for someone who's the opposite. So Gail came, you know. But anyway, one of the last conversation I had with Bob Gore before he left, I said, Dixie, he said, how are you going to do with this new person, you know? Do you think it's going to work out all right? And you know, I answered him. I said, Bob, if I can work for you, I can work for anybody. It's not a problem.
The Robert B. Gaw Theater is named after him.
Yes.
And it's interesting because Robert B. Gaw is the most famous person at ISKL.
Correct.
His name is said out loud every single day of the school year.
He had a clear vision for where
Right.
the school needed to go at that time. And he did a lot towards building both the educational
Right.
vision of the school as well as the building,
Yeah.
the physical buildings.
Right.
And he was strict,
Yes.
but at the same time he was very approachable, Bob Gaw.
Yes,
I agree.
very,
Yeah, and I
very.
think
The first couple of
he really
years
is what got
was-
us sort of on the high status we were on for quite a while
Yeah.
for our reputation, just
Yeah.
because he had such a good vision and could work towards it.
And every Christmas,
Faculty.
she really went through and make all the. It's like perfect, you know. She's a perfect host. Even after they retire from, but they are still very active in their community. So I've visited them 3 times. I went and stayed with them 3 times, and I got Jane one time, you know, when she was cooking this, baking this cornbread, you know, lovely fresh cornbread, and she was serving us with a huge chunk of this salmon. It's my first experience eating salmon, to be honest with you, that time. But the cornbread was fantastic. I still have the book.
Oh, they all have the,
That day my daughter took it out to do something.
I think we all have it.
we all have a copy.
Yeah, but everybody's is worn through.
Turns out, I have an older copy of
Oh, there we go.
I have a